Hey there, second grade Cougars, it's Mrs. Belatash, and today we are going to design and build and test our hand pollinator. Oh, I'm very excited about it. Oh, I love it. I love engineering. I love solving problems, and engineers are people who design technologies to solve problems. Okay, last time we tested some materials, right? We tested all kinds of different things, and we came upon these 5 things that did 2 jobs. They picked up the pollen and then they dropped it off at a new flower. So it's important to be able to do both of those jobs, not just picking up the pollen, but also dropping off the pollen. So the sticky side of the tape worked great. An eraser worked great. Crumpled aluminum foil, not flat and smooth aluminum foil, crumpled aluminum foil. A cotton ball and pipe cleaners. So now that we remembered what these materials were that worked really well last week, now we're going to make a design, we're going to build, and then we're going to test our hand pollinator. Let's get started! Okay, so boys and girls, now I'm going to be at the imagine and idea stage of designing a hand pollinator in the engineering design process. So we looked at those materials, and I want to see if I can come up with some ideas that will help me make a hand pollinator using the materials that we've looked at already. So I made some drawings. The first idea I had was to attach an eraser to the end of the pipe cleaner. So the eraser picked up the pollen, and the pipe cleaner also did a good job, but also the pipe cleaner is very flexible and it can connect things together. My second idea was to use the crumpled aluminum foil and wrap a pipe cleaner around it. So the pipe cleaner would help also pick up the pollen and then also kind of create a handle. My third idea was to use sticky tape and have the sticky tape on the outside and then aluminum foil as a handle. So I don't show the aluminum foil as crumpled because I'm not going to use it as picking up the pollen. This is just to be as a handle to hold the sticky tape. And my last idea was to take a cotton ball and kind of make it a smaller piece and then wrap a pipe cleaner around that as well. So I came up with 4 different ideas. You can come up with 4 ideas, or even 2 to 3 to 4 ideas. Come up with some different ideas and draw them on a piece of paper. And there's no wrong ideas right now. Just be creative. Think of what you could do to make a hand pollinator, something that will pick up pollen and drop off pollen. Okay, so what I did is I took those materials and I started building a hand pollinator. So my first idea was to take an eraser and wrap a pipe cleaner around it and then have the pipe cleaner as a handle. I discovered that when I did that, I really needed to have 2 pipe cleaners because the eraser is kind of heavy and one pipe cleaner made it too floppy. So you can see I put 2 pipe cleaners here to give it a little bit more strength. Okay, so that was my first idea. My second idea was to take some aluminum foil and make a crumpled ball, which I did, and then wrap a pipe cleaner around it. Now, again, this one I didn't have to have 2 pipe cleaners because the aluminum foil ball is very lightweight. Okay, so that was my second idea. My third idea was to take sticky tape, and I've got the sticky part on the outside here, and have a long, smooth handle. Now, it doesn't have to be very thick because sticky tape is very lightweight, so it doesn't have to be that strong. And my final idea was to take a cotton ball, which I took a piece of cotton ball and I kind of made a small piece, and I wrapped some pipe cleaner around it and made a hand pollinator. Okay, so I have 4 hand pollinators all built, and I think I'm going to test them. Boys and girls, you can build several different hand pollinators. It's up to you. But I built 4, and now I'm going to test them. Okay, so boys and girls, now I am out at the garden, and I am going to test my pollinators. So the first thing I'm going to test is the one with the eraser. That was the first one I built. So when I look at the flower, I see the pollen, and I'm going to see if I can pick up some pollen using my eraser, right? I want to pick it up off of there. It's hard to see whether I was able to pick up any pollen because it's kind of the same color as my eraser. I'm going to try to tap it onto the pistil at the other place. I'm going to see if I can pick up some more pollen. Pick up pollen. It's really hard to do this by yourself, boys and girls. I apologize for my terrible camera work. Okay, this one I'm not so sure. I don't know whether I was able to pick up and drop off pollen. I'm going to try another one. I'm going to try my aluminum foil. Again, I'm going to try to go into the pollen, pick it up. Ooh, I can see some pollen on my pipe cleaner. And now I'm going to drop it off at a new flower. Okay. I saw it pick it up and I don't see any more pollen there. So I think that this one might be successful. All right, I'm gonna try. The next one was the sticky tape. I'm gonna go to the flower. See if I can pick up the pollen. Oh, wow, I can see that it picked up pollen. That's awesome. And now I'm gonna go to the other flower and drop it off. It's hard to do this, to videotape and do this at the same time. I'm not exactly sure if I dropped off very much pollen. Okay, now I'm going to do the cotton ball, and I'm going to try to pick up some pollen. Maybe I got all the pollen off of that one. Okay, it's hard to see, but I can see some pollen on the cotton ball. It's kind of discolored the cotton ball. And now I'm going to take it to a new flower and drop it off. Okay, so I made 4 pollinators. And boys and girls, to me, I'm kind of surprised. Again, this is why it's great to do testing. I am surprised at how effective the tape was at picking up the pollen, but it's hard to tell how much was left off. The cotton ball was really good, and so was the aluminum foil. Okay, so today we designed and built and tested a hand pollinator.
All right, Cougars. Now I want you to do this. I want you to design and build your own hand pollinator. And maybe you can pollinate some beautiful flowers in your yard. Great to see you, Cougars. Take care.